Ever, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are tackling a culinary classic, the ultimate summer dessert, homemade peach pie. Forget those bland store-bought versions. We are making a pie with a flaky, buttery crust and a filling, so juicy and flavorful it will absolutely blow your mind. This is not just a recipe. It's an experience, and I promise you, it's easier than you think. Let's dive in. Before we even touch those beautiful peaches, we need a killer crust. A good pie lives and dies by its crust. Now, if you have a favorite store-bought crust, feel free to use it, but for that truly incredible flavor. Homemade is the way though. We are using a simple all-butter recipe. You'll need 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar. And to sticks, that's 1 cup of very cold unsalted butter, cut into half-inch cubes. The key here is coldness. You can even stick your flour and butter in the freezer for about 10 minutes before starting. In a large bowl, whisk together your flour, salt, and sugar. Now, toss in those cold butter cubes. Working quickly, you want to cut the butter into the flour mixture using a pastry blender, 2 knives, or even pulse it in a food processor, until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs, with some pieces just out visible. Those larger butter pieces are what give you that incredible flakiness. Next, gradually add ice water, about 6 to 8 tablespoons total, 1 tablespoon at a time. Mix until the dough just comes together. Do not overmix. If you overwork the dough, your crust will be tough. Divide the dough in half. Flatten each half into a disc. Wrap them tightly in plastic wrap. And chill them in the fridge for at least 1 hour or up to 2 days. This resting period is critical for gluten relaxation, ensuring a tender crust. While the dough is chilling, let's talk about the star of the show, the filling. We need about 6 to 8 cups of ripe, fresh peaches. Peeling them is the most tedious part, but necessary. The easiest method is blanching. Drop the peaches into boiling water for about 30 seconds. Then, immediately transfer them to an ice bath. The skin will slip right off. Once peeled, slice your peaches into roughly half-inch thick wedges. Place them in a large bowl. Now for the flavor magic. We are adding 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of packed light brown sugar that gives us a little molasses depth, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, which is essential for thickening the juices, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and a generous squeeze of fresh lemon juice. The lemon juice balances the sweetness and brightens the peach flavor. Gently toss all the ingredients together until the peaches are evenly coated. Set this aside to macerate while you prepare your crust. The peaches will start releasing their juices, which is exactly what we want. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Take 1 disc of dough out of the fridge and let it sit for about 5 minutes to soften slightly. On a lightly floured surface, roll it out into a 12-inch circle. Carefully tartre un petit dish. Trim the excess, leaving about an inch overhang, and chill the base while you roll out the top crust. For the top crust, you can choose a classic solid top with some vent holes, or my personal favorite, a lattice top, which allows the steam to escape beautifully and looks professional. Roll out the second dough disc. If you're doing a lattice, Slice the dough into half-inch wide strips. Pour your peach filling into the chilled pie crust. Be sure to scrape every bit of that syrupy juice into the shell. If you are using a solid top, lay it over the peaches, trim the edges, and cut a few slits in the top. If you're doing a lattice, weave the strips over the filling. Now, seal the deal. Crimp the edges by folding the top crust under the bottom crust overhang. Then use your thumb and forefinger to create those beautiful fluted edges. For a glossy, golden finish, brush with an egg wash, which is 1 tablespoon of water, and sprinkle it generously with coarse sugar. This adds texture and sparkle. Place the pie on a baking sheet, which will catch any potential drips. Bake at 425 degrees for 15 minutes. Then reduce the temperature to 375 degrees and continue baking for another 35 to 45 minutes. You know the pie is done when the crust is deeply golden brown and the peach juices are bubbling thickly in the center. If the edges start browning too quickly, loosely tent them with aluminum foil. The hardest part is waiting. You must let this pie cool completely, at least 3 to 4 hours, before slicing. This allows the filling to set up properly. Trust me, warm, runny pie is delicious, but set pie holds its shape. And there you have it, the perfect homemade peach pie. Serve it up with a scoop of vanilla bean ice cream and enjoy the taste of summer. If you tried this recipe, let me know how it turned out in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing baking tutorials. Thanks for watching and happy baking.